This German soldier would hide every time he needed to urinate, not because he lacked confidence in his manhood, but because he had been circumcised at birth. The German army's method of identifying Jews went beyond just comparing facial features. They would also pull down pants to check for circumcision. Once identity was confirmed, one would be sent straight to prison. Mike, among the prisoners of war, was terrified. He quickly removed his red scarf and buried it along with his documents in the soil. When German soldiers questioned him, he spoke in fluent German, claiming he was a German from a Soviet orphanage, previously held captive by the Soviets and now finally rescued. The soldier couldn't immediately determine if this was true, but Mike's story evoked his sympathy. So he brought him before the captain, continuously advocating for him, calling him a diamond in the rough. Facing the captain's interrogation, Mike repeated his tragic life story. When asked about his parents' names, Mike froze. He hadn't had time to invent fake names for them. At this moment, the officer in charge of registration said he grew up in an orphanage. His parents must have been killed by the Soviets. Your questions will only make him sadder. The captain immediately began comforting Mike. He then sent him to headquarters, even bringing him plenty of food. But just as he took his first bite, he heard someone calling his name. Turning around, he discovered it was his classmate from the orphanage. The person pointed at Mike, exposing him as a Jew, but the Germans couldn't understand, so they asked Mike to translate. Mike claimed not to know him and immediately slapped him across the face. This simple, brutal action was greatly appreciated by the Germans. Thus, Mike officially joined the German army. Only when his comrades were resting did he dare use the bathroom. Every time he urinated, he had to run several kilometers away. But just as he was halfway done, a comrade ran over. The commander said there was a capable young man in the unit and wanted to keep him close for special training. The commander looked at the boy, his eyes full of appreciation, then asked, "Who is Germany's enemy?" The boy thought for a moment and nervously answered, "The Soviet Union." Seeing the officer shake his head, he tried again. "Britain, France." Finally, when the officer said it was the Jews, Mike's eyes instantly filled with panic. His breathing became rapid. To hide his Jewish identity, Mike endured excruciating pain, using rope to cover his circumcision. However, during physical training, the rope suddenly snapped. The pain left him unable to stand. His comrades thought he was ill and rushed to comfort him, saying tomorrow's annual physical examination would surely cure him. When he learned he'd need to strip for the examination, the boy instantly panicked. He quickly lied about having a toothache and left crying and wailing. Though he avoided the physical exam, he couldn't escape the dentist. The dentist used all his strength to extract a perfectly healthy tooth. In the middle of the night, the boy woke from intense pain. Hiding in the bathroom to check, his penis was already infected and inflamed. He had no choice but to untie the rope, returning to his post-circumcision state. This meant he could never be intimate with his girlfriend again.